Ahoy, mateys! Graniteshares just came out with its MSTR related ETF. It is also the 200th ETF to be added to YieldMight. So I am going to be calling MTYY matey from now on because I think that it is a very amusing name for a ticker. And so my name is Amy. Thank you very much for watching. Let's make some bad financial decisions together. This is for entertainment purposes only, so if you're entertained, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. So all of these yield boost funds, they sell puts and or put spreads on 2x leverage of the underlying that they're using. I found out about this new fund through Retire on Dividends with his interview yesterday with Will Rind. And my biggest takeaway here is I love strategy, and this was a long time coming, and I'm so happy that this is coming out. And the other thing from that interview I took away was they have reserved their word for their basket of funds for Yield Boost, but they have not filed anything yet for it, which I think that they need to go ahead and do that as soon as possible, because I've had a really good time with these yield boost funds. I like them. I think that, well, these are not leverage funds, but they do sell puts on 2x. And so one of the things that he said during the interview was they're allowed to do multiple products. They're not tied to using a specific product. So they can do MSTX and MSTU, but if you look at these holdings right now, we are doing it on MSTU. And I am expecting that because they're selling puts on these, let's go just look at MSTU. And I could look at the prospectus to tell you how far out of the money they're going, but it's also Wednesday, so it's not going to be completely accurate. So if we go 9 days from now and we sell a put, and we just go like $3.50. So that's $350. That is 110% implied volatility. Or you go even further out of the money and it's 156% implied volatility, but it's also $0. So I'm not sure how far they're going to go out of the money, but it's over 100% implied volatility, which to me means that I am expecting this distribution rate to be over 100%. And since it's not leverage, but it's dealing with leverage in a down market, you're going to see more down movement of the price of this. But hopefully, since strategy itself has been encountering a slowdown of their volatility, these leveraged weekly ETFs that have been coming out that are based off of strategy will continue to pay a decent distribution rate. And since I personally believe that winter is coming at some point, but basically I want to get my return on investment before the big crash happens. And if it doesn't happen, then I'm still investing in all of this. So have I gotten matey? Only in my retirement, my Roth IRA account, because that is the only one that I have any money in, and I have room in my portfolio for it. So if you look on YieldMight.com, which is I've made this website from scratch, MTYY will be added shortly. I am working on adding a login right now to YieldMight. So as soon as I'm finished updating that and I push those changes to production, then you will see MTYY. It's been added to the dev environment. Anyways, so MS2, this is the rec shares. They're these that all end in II. They own half and they do cover calls on half. So this will have less of a distribution, but in the long term, the theory is if you're bullish on strategy, this should, in the long run, go up in value And so you'll be getting more distributions eventually. MST is 2x cover, and its cover calls. MSTW does not do cover calls at all. It just does 1.2 times leverage. And so they pay you that 0.2 times or the implied volatility if the market is going down. So MTYY will declare on Thursdays. So we have 4 days of the week that we have a declaration for strategy-related ETFs. And then we still have Misty and Winter and iMist. So we can get paid basically every day of the week. And if you don't want to have everything strategy-related, we go to crypto-related ETFs. You can do MS2 on Monday, MST on Tuesdays, Wednesdays LFGY, then do MTYY on Thursday, and then MSTW on Fridays. All of these have legitimate strategies. I've been happy to be invested in all of these. I just think that being in multiples of these strategies is the way to go, because even though the goal here for all of these is to get you a high amount of income, these will do slightly better or worse depending on the market. So I'm really excited about MTYY, and in the future, when I have more capital to play around with, I will definitely be getting a larger position in MTYY. So I'd like to tell you about today in Financial Philharmonics. We have All Debt is Risk. It's a disco pop song, kind of vintagey sounding, and I was inspired by Dave Ramsey because he says all debt is risk, and leverage is okay, but you just need to be careful because it can wipe you out if you're not if you overestimate your risk tolerance and how much your portfolio can handle. And I'd also like to thank Shane, Bill, Padraic Spalding, BGP Automotive, In My Opinion, Jetta, and Omega Werewolf X. You all are amazing. Thank you so much for making your bad financial decisions together with me. And I am going to actually publish those videos that I have recorded at some point. And what happens with the memberships is you get members-only videos, and I've just been doing cover calls on SoFi and some cooking videos and making some music and stuff like that. So this is mostly so that you can support me, so that I can continue doing things like YieldMight and YieldCalci for full time. And let me know if you're excited about MTYY and if you would like for Graniteshares to go ahead and file for the basket of stocks. And I will talk to you all later. Bye.